Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vice and today we are watching Sakamoto Days episode 8. In the last episode, we learned about the lab and that Shin grew up there and got his psychic powers from the scientists experimenting on him. And we found out he actually considers that his home. He has fond memories of these scientists and he wanted to visit them to figure out why did they kidnap Lou? He was very confused about that. He thought that the entire organization must have been taken over, and he was right. X has sent his own team of men to take over the lab for some reason. It seems like he might want Shin. Maybe he wants to make people with more powers. We're not quite sure, but they're looking to do something that will aid in killing. And now that Shin and Sakamoto are here to rescue Lou, they're gonna take on this faction of X, and 2 members of the Order have just arrived. So I think they're gonna team up with the Order to take down X's men and free the lab. And I'm very curious what the interaction is going to be between the Order members and Mr. Sakamoto. I can't wait to see what his relationship to these 2 were, and if it's changed at all. Are they angry at him like Boiled was? Will they be friends again at the end, after they fight together? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. So without further ado, let's get into it. Oh right, the sniper. I wonder if he'll get involved somehow. Oh, poor Hannah. Maybe he'll just hang out with her, try and make her feel better. Do you want some acorns? Oh, you tried. He is gonna join. He's gonna find them and be a part of the takedown of X's men. Or the bird will. Yes, absolutely. Oh. No, Lou, if he's in jail with you, he's not. Mean. What? Oh. He got him. I'm very surprised. What? What do his injections do? So you can control his body now? Through the needle? Yeah, then he just has to think about hitting his friend. Yeah, blame him. Yeah, you're the one responsible. Why did you do it? Oh my god. Yeah, where did he come from? Where are his parents? Oh, so they just left him with you. So was it an accident? Like, yeah, you're researching supernatural powers, but you weren't actually experimenting on kids? It was just an accident that there was a kid in the lab that got the powers. Maybe that's how we can frame it in a way that it's not malicious. That's what he wants. The director is basically his father. Defending him. He drank it. Oh my god, he drank it. Oh my god. Yeah, it was an accident.
多田さん今並木さんのパンツ見てって思ったでしょ。はあ？え？欲しい？ずら？なあ、みんな遊ぼうぜ。
Yeah, so he proved that it works.
今忙しいんだ。
後でね。
But nobody wanted to hang out with him anymore. And then he can hear their actual thoughts. That's so sad. So you were looking into a cure.
やっと成功したのに嬉しくねえのかよ。
俺のくだらねえ研究にお前を巻き込んじまって。
おっさんの研究はくだらなくねえよ。もういいよ。ラボのやつらも神経臭いおっさんもつまんねえ。おっさんなんて知らねえ。
And he ran away.
それからしばらくしてあいつは出てった。
でもシンならきっと気にしてないよ。
なんでわかる？
So I was thinking in the last episode that obviously this had to be a malicious act, even if these scientists were kind, even if they were his family. There had to be something wrong with this idyllic background that he's giving us. But now it's been revealed it was an accident. He was in the lab because someone left him there, and this man had to look after him and also continue doing his research. And it just makes so much more sense now that it was an accident. It wasn't premeditated. It wasn't an experiment. It was an accident. And that's really sad because obviously he left because all of these memories of being with these people, of being friends with them, growing up in this lab, that's all been tainted now because he knows their real thoughts. And they all feel sorry for him, or they're creeped out by him, or they don't want to be near him because they don't want him to read their thoughts. And so it must have been very isolating. And then to know that your father figure has pivoted his life's research after it worked to try and find a cure to it so you can be normal again. And that must hurt too, because Shin is a child and he thinks, it worked. We can make everyone happy, but it's not making people happy. Not even you. And so I feel like Shin just felt very alone there. And eventually he had to leave. Yeah, he's accepted his powers now, but back then as a kid, obviously it was different. But I do think they will reconnect, the director and Shin. You're a bit late for the same day part. I'm sorry, what? You had this whole time? They didn't take it away from you? Yeah. She's the fighter of the three. Oh. Yeah, it's still a lot to get used to. Oh, he switched it off, that's why. I honestly can't believe how much of a problem this guy is. Because what, there are 4 more that we have to take down after him? No, I think he's gonna break through. What are you stabbing him with? What? Reading minds is so useful. Of course he would want it. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, he's like, what do I do with this? Oh, that's what it is. Oh my gosh. That was so smart, Mr. Sakamoto. That was so smart. It must have been terrifying. Ooh. Yeah, that did dig it out. I'm glad they are, though.
この能力も今いるとこも坂本さんとこの商店で働かせてもらってんだ。レジ打ちもすげえ
I've got mad cashier skills.
シンがお世話になっております。
ルーはおそらく B4 の牢屋にいます。
They're just gonna run into each other.
さっきの戦闘でも思ったんですが、やっぱ坂本さんは最強っすね。
オーダーの奴らは侮れない。
Don't underestimate the members of the order. So, members in the order are as good or
いろん
better.
な奴がいるが、
あの南雲ってやつもオーダーなんですよね。ここまで強そうに見えなかった
Are you kidding me, Nagamo?
お前は
Oh
オ
my
ーダー
god.
にあったら
He seemed
死んだ
incredible.
ふりをしろ。
Oh no. Well, good thing he kicked you out of the way.
ほら見え、いったやんおさらぎ。でかいの3匹釣れたで。
Okay.
ここで暴れて正解やったな。
Wow.
そうだ、殺練のワンちゃんが何の用でしょう。
そんな怒らんとってく
With
だ
a
さい。
hammer.
こ
I
こ
love
目
her
の前に
weapon.
広くて迷子になっとってん。ズラってここにおる。
Interesting that they're referring to him as slur in this episode.
一体何の話でしょう。
I know it's X or slur, but I really thought they would have went with X just because that's his calling
違
card.
法武器製造及び人質に対する強要行為など殺練の規定に基づき悪いけど皆殺し
I can't wait to see them fight.
ボス、こいつ殺していいですか。
や。ほんでちっか。
They're gonna be dead in a minute.
その人たちも獅子場さん。
ちょ今。
She's fast. Oh my god.
え、ダメだ。
お前散らかすから離れたかっ
ごめんなさい。
あなた方は
Oh,
人の命を何だと思っている
he's
のですか。
crying?
あなた
through
方
the
がむやみに
mask?
殺してきた人たちは家族や友人がいたかもしれないのにかわいそうに
I didn't expect this from him. Ooh.
殺して差し上げないと。
Barbed wire or something? Oh my
人の
gosh.
命の尊さがわからない方に殺し屋を名乗る資格はありません。
た。ああやって自分のこと棚にあげるやつがいっちゃ
Yeah, he's a hypocrite.
どうせボスもろくなやつとちゃう。
Wow. Actually made a mark on him.
私の行動はすべてあの方の意志に基づいています。ゆえに私の殺しは意味ある許された行為な
Yeah,
のです。
he has it in his head that there's meaning in it.
やっぱりそれと関係あるんや。
What?
なんやねんも
人工骨格でした。
A man-made skeleton. Sakamoto.
う。あともお元気そうで坂さん。
久しぶり、獅子場。みんな元気か。
なあ
So they are still friendly.
ああこいつ新人の大
Oh,
騒
and
ぎ
she's
います。
new.
クマさんみたい。
Aw.
あなたがあの伝説の殺し、あの方に唯一傷をつけた人。
あんた空と知り合いな。
It is
どうしてこ
personal.
こにいるか知りません。一刻も早く殺してあのお方に差し出さねば。
Oh,
失礼して。
なんか強そうだ、武器人間。
weapon man.
どうしたんおさらぎ。
Yeah, but weapon man is disgusting.
おめえやろ。ルーは無事なんだろうな。
さあ上の命令でやってるだけだ俺は。お前殺すとボーナス出る
I
んだ
get a
よ。
bonus if I kill
あ
you.
生け捕りだっけ。老後までに2000万は貯めときたくてな。でも残業は嫌いなんだ俺。定時までに
It has to be his suit, right?
サクッ
That's
と
the
終わらそう
technology that makes him invisible. Yikes. This is gonna be a tough one.
あでも早上がりも嫌だから定時までは粘ってくれ。
こいつ、人間か。
Is he even human? I don't know. We've got somewhere to be.
任せましたわ。
みんなに
Okay, say hi.
あの
I
ク
love
マさん
that.
ほっといて
Mr. Teddy Bear.
おお俺らの本命はトナカイやなくてスラーやから。
あのクマさん全然強そうじゃなかった。絶対死んじゃうと思
No,
う。
he won't.
まあぶっちゃけあの継ぎはぎまあまあいい線いっとるわ。でもなんか昔からあの人の死ぬとこ想像できへんね。
Yeah, I'm glad that he's still on good terms with the Order. Maybe not all of the Order, but at least 2 members now. 3 if we count her that he just met. My shift's over soon. Will he stop fighting if his shift is over in the middle of a fight? Yikes. That's a bad one. Oh, good job. Getting blood on him. So now you can see him.
何言ってんの。
Who shot you?
見ろよピースケ。
Oh my god! The
世
sniper!
の中には面白いやつがいいんだな。
He made it!
ナイスタイミング。ヘイスケ。
And that was Sakamoto Days, episode 8. Incredible episode. I loved the confirmation that, of course, Shin having psychic powers wasn't an experiment. It wasn't for some malicious or evil purpose. It was an accident, which I can't believe I never considered in the other episode. It just never crossed my mind that it could have been an accident that he got these powers. And I'm so glad it was, because then that means the fondness and the memories he has of these people, they're real. These people are good people. They're doing work. I don't know what they're doing work for. They're researching something, but they're not actively experimenting on people or kids. This was just an accident because he was in the lab all the time. I'm very curious who his parents are and why they left him with the director. I mean, I guess the director did say it was his friend that left his kid with him, but why? What happened to the parents? Were they scientists too? Where did they go? Are they still alive? So many questions, but I'm glad that Shin got to reconcile with the scientists and they apologized to him and he forgave them because he's okay now. He understands his power is off-putting, that some people don't want to be near him, and even though it hurts, they are valid in not wanting to have their thoughts read and their privacy invaded. And Shin understands that. And I just can't wait for him to meet up with Lu, because Lu has learned so much about Shin that I think she will never make another comment like that again, because she knows that Shin has an issue with it. And maybe they'll work something out where Shin won't be constantly reading her mind. I don't think he does constantly read minds. I think it's only strong thoughts, it seems, that come through, or when Mr. Sakamoto deliberately is using his mind to communicate rather than speaking. But yeah, I hope they settle that and basically make up and become friends again. Not that I think they weren't friends, but you know what I mean. I find this weapon man to be very interesting. Even Mr. Sakamoto was like, is this man even human? Is he? I don't know. I'm leaning towards no, because I don't think a human could survive having a gun come out of their mouth like that. Just the process to implement something like that seems very invasive, painful, and deadly. The arms I can understand because those are limbs that you can swap them out. That's not gonna do anything to your internal organs. But the gun throat thing does, because I think it must have been somewhere in his chest, and then when it activates, it goes up the throat out of the mouth. Disgusting, by the way. But I don't know what to think, because at first when I saw him, he was a deer head, and I was like, what? What? And then he wasn't a deer head because he took it off and he was human, but now we're like, maybe he's not human. I have no idea what's going on with him. He might be an experiment all on his own, because it seems like X's or Slur's team all have unique abilities. So we have the guy with the injections because he was a science guy, so he was trying to find a way to supplement his power with technology and science. And then we had the invisible guy, who I think his suit is invisible. I'm trying to think, because it seemed like they didn't unlock any mystical powers like Shin has, and that's why they were here, because they wanted that. So I'm believing Invisible Guy is invisible because of the technology in his suit. It's science again, which makes sense because all of these three villains, they're all very science-based. Injections, surgery, and then a suit. It makes sense to me. And we also got the confirmation that Mr. Sakamoto left a scar on Slur, or X. And that's very interesting to me, because that means they know each other, they had a confrontation, and X made it out alive. I can't wait to learn more about what the potential connection between the two of them is. I feel like it's going to be amazing. I love that the sniper came in at the end, so now we have another person on our side that can definitely help us get out of this situation. And I do find it funny that the Order... See, I love that they still have a good relationship with Mr. Sakamoto, or at least this guy does. And I find it interesting that they said that they are here for Slur himself, which means he might be in the building. I don't think he is, though, because why would he be if he's given this over to the weapon man to basically be the boss, the leader of this section? I don't think X or Slur is here. And I also think it would be way too soon for confrontation unless they want to show us X killing members of the Order so we know how powerful he is. But I don't want him to, because I actually like these two members that we were introduced to this episode. Like, we saw them before, but now we get more of their personality, and I really like them. So I hope they don't die, I hope X isn't here, and I hope we all make it out of this alive. Shin is pretty injured, so he definitely needs to go to a doctor. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode. If you enjoyed my reaction, please give a like and subscribe, and check out my other shows here on the channel. And with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!